G'day, welcome to Yum Yum. Today I'm going to be doing another little quick simple meal for you. It's going to be 2-minute noodles, but gourmet 2-minute noodles. It's one of my favourite recipes. I'm a bit low on cash, haven't got too much money, and you just want to keep the meal cheap for the night. So just a couple of packets of 2-minute noodles, and we're going to jazz that up with some veggies and some salami sticks that you can just buy down the servo even, or at the local store. And that'll take us about 10 minutes to cook all up. Anyway, we'll kick it off. Okay, so what I've got here is some zucchini, some cabbage, some broccoli, some celery, just one stick of celery, and I've given all those a quick wash under the tap. I've got a tomato and an onion. I'm not going to use all of the onion, I'm only going to use about half or less. 2 salami sticks that you can buy from the servo or the shop. 2 salami sticks that you can buy. They're only about $1 each. Okay, so I'm just going to cut everything up quickly. Don't have to be too flash, just get the job done. Make sure you don't cut your bloody fingers off. So I've just got about a bit less than half the onion there. Peeling the onion. Okay, and I'm just going to cut that into smaller pieces. Probably take just a tiny bit of that out. I don't want the onion to dominate the flavour of it. Tomato. Just cut him in half, put some slices across, and then cut that the other way across. Always be careful with your fingers. You can tuck your fingers in a bit so that your fingertips are actually away from the blade of the knife. Zucchini. Just cutting that into thick slices. Then I'll cut that into smaller pieces. Cut it into quarters. So what we're really doing is we're packing our 2-minute noodles full of nutrition. It's going to give you heaps of energy for the next day. If you're playing footy, netball, going fishing, hunting, you'll have heaps of energy to get stuck into it. Yeah. Also, always remember, before you cook any meal, give your hands a good scrub with soap in the bathroom or under the tap. Okay, so I'm just slicing up this broccoli now. I'm just cutting the thicker bits of stalk off. I've just divided that up. Still fairly big pieces. You want your veggies when you cook them to be a little bit crunchy, so we're only going to be cooking them for the 2 minutes while the noodle's in there. Okay, now we've got our cabbage. Just taken the top couple of leaves off and slice that up. Now with your cabbage you can cut up a fair bit. It looks bulky now, but once it's cooked it'll actually reduce quite a bit. So that was a quarter of cabbage that we purchased, and we've cut up about half of that again, so 1/8 of a cabbage if you want to be technical. That's not going to fit on there, so I'll just leave it on the cutting board. Okay, I'm going to go and boil some water for our 2-minute noodles. It's got 2 packets of 2-minute noodles there. These are beef in flavour, beef flavour. And before I head off and boil up the water, I'm just going to cut these salami up. Very tough packets. Okay, I've got 1 salami. Two salamis. So we've got 2 salamis there. I'm just cutting those into small pieces. You can see my fingers are a bit tucked in, keeping my fingers away from the blade of the knife. Okay, I've run out of room in my bowl there, so I'm just going to leave everything on the cutting board, and I'll head off and boil up that water. Okay, so what we're doing now is I'm going to put my water in, boil him up. The rest, what you need for each packet of noodles is 1.5 cups of water. So as I showed you, we marked our cup before in the other episode. That's a cup, measured cup. That's 2/3 of a cup, that's 1/3. So I've got 1 cup there into the pot. Then we're going to do a half. That's a half. Turn it on high. That's another cup. And that's another half. So that's 1.5 cups, 1.5 cups. That's 3 cups all up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to quickly boil that water. Once it's boiling, we're going to chuck in our noodles and then chuck in our veggies, cook it up for 2 minutes, and that's it. Gourmet 2-minute noodles. Okay, so what I've done there is I've quickly chucked all the veggies in, 2-minute noodles into that boiling water. I'll just show you that. So that's all mixed in there. So that's some broccoli, some zucchini, some tomato, some onion, all mixed in together with 2-minute noodles. We're just going to cook that for 2 minutes. Okay, so we've cooked those 2-minute noodles for 2 minutes, obviously. It is boiling away now. Turn it off. Get it off the heat. Okay, so you can see that broccoli, cabbage, zucchini, tomato, onion, beautiful. Bit of salami, bit of celery. We also put in a stalk of celery. Look at that. I'll just grab my soup ladle, quickly grab some of the soup out, pour it all over. And there you have it, 2-minute gourmet noodles. And what Leah's handed me there is one of our dampers that we made earlier, one of our tomato dampers, and you can dip that into the, just dip it in like that. Yum yum.